We have an update on heel turn plans for Cody Rhodes, plus an ex-AEW and WWE star retires, and we have an update on the reported plans for 2 WrestleManias in 2027. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling News right now. Homelander Cody Rhodes has been something that's been lurking in the background for quite some time. There was some speculation that we might see it at SummerSlam just the other day.
I think quite some time is an understatement. That is going back to his days in AEW, like 6 years at this point, is how long Homelander Cody Rhodes has been bubbling under the surface of white meat babyface All-Americana Cody Rhodes. As you said, we did see a little tease of that in the run-up to SummerSlam. It got a lot of people conflicted. Was John Cena's heel turn or face turn legit? Is Cody going to turn heel? No, we're getting none of that from Cody Rhodes, according to WrestleVotes.
Yeah, WrestleVotes Radio saying there are no plans currently in the foreseeable future to turn Cody Rhodes heel. The recent wave of online speculation, some of which was intentionally fueled by Cody himself, was a strategic bit of misdirection aimed at the more hardcore audience.
Wonder who they're talking about there.
I don't know. We're told WWE has little interest in turning their biggest babyface into a bad guy. One source even joked with us that it'd be awkward to see a smiling Cody Rhodes on the Minute Maid packaging throughout thousands of grocery stores and gas stations here in North America whilst playing a villain on television. So Cody Rhodes to remain a big-time babyface for the foreseeable future.
And I think that it comes down to the fact that we don't want to boo Cody Rhodes. Like, the only time he's really experienced boos in WWE is when he's been put up against John Cena, and everyone just wants to see John Cena at this point.
And Wheatley vodka.
And Wheatley vodka. There was booze for that as well. But we don't want to see him being booed. We don't want to see Cody as a bad guy right now because he's so entertaining, and although it's like the classic red, white, and blue baby face, it kind of just works for Cody.
Some people it really works with, and Cody Rhodes is one of those. And I think this is part and parcel of a big marketing strategy that WWE have at the moment, which is to catch out people like you and I, Fraser Porter. And I get it, because for the longest of time, channels like this one have been aggregation stations for lots of rumour and innuendo around wrestling that has, maybe for some people, given away some of the big plans coming up. So, you know what? Throw out more red herrings, throw out stuff that we're going to bite on and that we're going to really lead into, and then when it doesn't happen, they go, well, we never said it was going to happen.
They just want to work the marks, but at the end of the day...
Work us marks, baby.
At the end of the day, my name's not Mark. Your name's not Mark. They ain't going to work us. I'm not buying it.
4D checkers. Yeah. So yeah, your turn, Nick Khan, if that is your real name. Speaking of that SummerSlam match, where we thought we might get like a double turn, it got 5 stars from the Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer.
A very well-earned 5. I feel a lot of people will agree with him there. It might be a rare case where people agree and actually use a match rating to be like, yeah, go on, we agree in opinion. And it was a very, very good match.
Phenomenal match that those two had in the main event of SummerSlam. But onwards we go, because from SummerSlam we head to Paris. Bonjour, ma grand-mère le flambe. And Roman Reigns is apparently, according to the latest report, again by WrestleVotes, factored in to plans for Clash in Paris.
Indeed, of course, there was a poster release for Clash in Paris, and Roman Reigns is scheduled to be at the show. We're told the decision came rather recently, as Reigns wasn't involved in early creative plans, says WrestleVotes, explaining his absence from the initial promotion when they first announced the show a couple months ago. He wasn't included on anything, but he is now. So he is going to be there in Paris in like 3 weeks' time. Not sure what he's going to do at this point, but we've obviously was kind of written off for a little bit, and it looks like that'll be his last date, maybe, before he goes off and does that Street Fighter film that he's included in.
I love the idea of, you know, a skit they do at the airport when he's going through security. Yeah, put your bag on there.
Yep.
Take your jacket off there.
Yep. Belt off.
Shoes off. Go through. Where's my shoes? And there's Jacob Fatu running towards
Bronson Reed running off with the shoes.
Yeah, it's not Jacob Fatu, is it? It's Bronson Reed. Of course it is.
It'd be
Bron heading that way.
It would be very, very funny. I feel like at Clash in Paris, the only natural match right now is Bronson Reed, so we don't burn through the Braun Breaker match, and we don't burn through the Seth Rollins match at this point, unless he goes up against Paul Heyman, which Yeah, I'll have that. I'll take that.
No, it's got to be the shoe thief, Bronson Reed.
It's got to be.
It's got to be Bronson Reed. And it should start with him stealing his shoes at the airport and then
little skits.
Roman winning them back against Bronson Reed in a shoe on a pole match at Clash in Paris. That's how we do it.
You've booked it. Listen, do it. Just do it.
That would be Clash in Paris at Clash in Paris. Now, the main roster of WWE may have a new name on the horizon. This is something that has been talked about for a little bit, I think, from numerous sources, because she really has stood out. But it's WrestleVotes Radio saying that Saul Ruka is impressing a lot of people with her potential, saying those in NXT would like to keep her there. But there's a growing sense that her time on the main roster is coming very, very soon, and she is more than ready for the challenge.
Oh, she absolutely is. What a run she's had in NXT. Obviously, double champ with the NXT Women's North American Championship and the Speed Championship, the latter of which doesn't really get talked about much, but she is a double champion at the moment. The amount of marketability, though, that she has, I was scrolling on Reddit the other day, and you saw on Next Effing Level was the shot of her doing the Soul Snatcher from the top rope. If she's getting mainstream appeal just on Reddit as like pages that don't follow wrestling, as this is an incredible thing to see, she is going to be a star when she busts out those moves and hits a Soul Snatcher out of nowhere and it goes viral. Like, there's so much possibility for WWE with her on the main roster.
And as one says hello to the main roster, one is saying farewell to wrestling altogether. Jake Hager, formerly Jack Swagger, has hung up his boots. French cries all around. What happened?
Well, he was a guest on Soraya's Rule Breakers podcast, and he shared an update on his career, saying, "I'm getting out of wrestling. I can say I'm retired from it. I started a trucking company, and so running routes through Tampa and Florida. I'm not driving, not me. I got people driving. I'm excited. Something to stick my teeth into, you know? Hard work always pays off." Obviously, he left AEW last year. His contract expired. It wasn't renewed. But he has had a long run in wrestling for, dating back to his ECW debut in 2009? So maybe he'll come back in the future, but as of right now, nothing on the horizon in wrestling. He's happy driving a truck. I mean, I like driving a truck on American Truck Simulator.
He's not even driving the trucks. He's the one that's sending out the trucks.
He's managing the trucks.
He's sinking his teeth into the trucks.
He's playing truck manager.
He is playing Truck Simulator.
Yeah.
Essentially. Is that what he's saying is? He's just streaming Truck Simulator.
He's streaming Truck Simulator on Twitch.
Yeah, we see you, Jake Hager. Godspeed to you, my friend. 2027 could be a year that we have not one but two WrestleManias. This came out in a report back in May, and we have a little update on that today. So, Saudi Arabian sports promoter Turki Al-Sheikh tweeted that a major entertainment event was coming to the kingdom. Couldn't allude as to what, but said it's a done deal. And there's a lot of speculation that this is going to be WrestleMania.
There is a lot of speculation. This led to a report in this week's Wrestling Observer saying that it could possibly actually be WrestleMania, and saying it's well known they are pushing for a WrestleMania, as in the country of Saudi Arabia, and would pay a giant fee to get it. And because of that fee, it would be the most lucrative WrestleMania in history. There's also talk of having two WrestleManias in 1 year, so Saudi Arabia can have one, and London is also looking for a WrestleMania. It also notes that there is people in the country who believe that the event that they're talking about in that tweet is WrestleMania.
Yes, there's a lot of speculation around that, because obviously Saudi Arabia have the 2026 Royal Rumble. So from there, that all goes well. That's it.
It's the next logical step.
It's little incremental steps, and I think from Royal Rumble we will get WrestleMania, and I think that having a second WrestleMania will be something that will help to quell the American market that will miss out on a WrestleMania. I think that's why we had a 2-night SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Because as a sort of a buy-off for going, we're not getting the Rumble in America this year, but have two nights SummerSlam instead.
I feel, though, having two WrestleManias in 1 year kind of devalues the brand a little bit.
I think it massively devalues it.
If you think about that year they did WrestleMania Backlash, just having the WrestleMania name attached to another premium live event or pay-per-view, it's like, well, it's not WrestleMania. So which one is the true WrestleMania if you have two in 1 year? Is it going to be the greatest WrestleMania? Is it going to be the most stupendous WrestleMania? Is it going to have some other name attached to it to differentiate? Oh, is it WrestleMania like 2027, WrestleMania 43? Will both WrestleManias be 43, or will 1 year have 43 and 44?
43A. No, we don't.
How would that work? But it does look like at least there's some talk of it.
It feels like it's something that might placate the audience outside of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is a company that, as we've seen over the last few weeks, will quite happily fly in the face of some concerned members of the public and the fan base and just do what they want to do anyway. They will always show themselves. So I think you know what? If you're going to have WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, have the one WrestleMania, keep the name value of that strong, and just have it in Saudi Arabia. If you're going to have it in Saudi Arabia, don't go halfway with it, just have it in Saudi Arabia.
WrestleMania Part 1, WrestleMania Part 2. Sorted.
No.
Just do what they did with films back in the 2010s.
They could do it so you have night 1 in Saudi Arabia and night 2 somewhere else.
You could do that.
You could potentially do that where you have, a bit like how WrestleMania 3 was simulcast over multi-locations.
Yeah, you could do that.
You could potentially have night 1 Saudi Arabia, night 2 somewhere else. I would prefer that to having 2 WrestleManias in 1 year. I think it's a devalue.
Yeah, devalues it a bit.
I think it devalues it, but let us know what you think of down there. We are mere hours away from, I think probably less than hours away now.
Yeah, you're probably maybe live right now on twitch.tv/Cultaholic. Myself and Aidan Gibbons, the editor-in-chief of Cultaholic. We're doing a thing called Cultaholic Film Friday, where every Friday we sit down and watch usually a bad movie, and it will star a wrestler. That's the rules. It's got to have a wrestler in it, and more often than not, they're going to be pretty crap. So we're going to be watching that every single Friday. You can join us right now, maybe on twitch.tv/Cultaholic.
And what a banger you've got to start with. It's No Holds Barred, starring Hulk Hogan.
What a way to kick things off. We will see you at 5 p.m.
And for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.